Hey everyone, we're Ben and Jelaine with Nomadic Visuals, and in today's video we're going to be discussing insulation.
Hey everybody, so today we're starting the insulation. As you can see from behind me that it's already started. Very little progress has been made. So after a few different tries, we have decided to go with the string method. We put string, I don't know if you can see, we've put string all along the insulation to try to keep it up. Before we actually stick the insulation in this string, we're going to fill the little crevice of that rib up, and we're just using a screwdriver to kind of like jam it up in there.
For all of the areas that we can't access with a screwdriver, just to poke it all in, we've been using this stuff, which is just twist tie on a roll. We got it at Lowe's. It's pretty cheap. It's like $3 or something. And we just pretty well use this as a snake and just poke it all the way through with a string attached to the opposing end, and then we just pull the insulation right through the hole. I'll show you how it works in a sec. We're about to start removing the headliner of the van to insulate and put some sound dampening up in there. We'll have to see how it goes. We bought some clip removal pliers to help us out with that. We tried pulling the headliner down previously and didn't really have much luck. We have our little clips pulled out, but now these are holding everything else in, so we'll have to pull those out. And then hopefully this thing will drop down, we'll be able to put some insulation in there. Now that we have it pulled down, just going to add a little bit more sound dampening right here and right here, and then we'll put some insulation in there, put everything back up. The sound dampening is in. Looks like Ram gave us a little bit, but we added quite a bit more. We had plenty left over from the rest of the van, so we put it up here. We have our wool installed up here. Just trying to fill these little cavities over on this side. Have everything nice and insulated. And then we'll just be pushing that back up, reinstalling the clips, and hopefully that takes care of everything.
Done.
All right, everything's back in. It's actually quite a bit easier than we expected it to be. Thought we were going to have to take all of this out, but it was really just these clips on top, and everything else went pretty smoothly for once. That's the end of day one of insulation, and we really didn't get that much done. The little nooks and crannies, I don't even know what a cranny is, but all the nooks at least Took way more insulation than we ever expected. We thought we ordered too much insulation, but it turned out to be quite the opposite. And the worst part about running out of the wool insulation is it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get more here. So that might mess us up on a few other things as far as the build goes, but I guess we'll just keep continuing and do as much as we can until the new insulation comes in. Finally got the rest of our insulation. 6 weeks later. Just kidding, only 4. So we actually quit using the string method. We were kind of worried it was going to fall down when we were driving down the road. It didn't seem to be in there very well. Now we're using a spray glue on the walls and on the insulation as well. You just spray it, let it get tacky, and then stick the insulation right to the wall.
Whoa, man, this glue is crazy.
We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the section where we talk about our tips, tricks, mistakes, and our costs. So one of the major tips is to order in advance. And we ordered from Havelock Wool, and they had, I think, a 6 to 8 week lead time. And we had to order twice because our measurements were wrong. So another tip is to look at their actual website to determine how much insulation you're going to need for the actual van type, because they have a whole list of the different vans and then how much wool that you will need based off those vans.
I don't even think we measured, so that's probably why we were wrong.
We took a wild stab at it. Make sure to read the instructions prior to its arrival, because we let it sit and it comes compact, shrink wrapped, as you saw in the video. The instructions said to open immediately and let it expand for 24 hours before installation. So the first time we actually put it in the van, we left it compressed for days, weeks before we were ready to actually start the installation. And then we opened it as we were trying to put it in, and the sheets weren't full and expanded. They were like super flat and compressed. So that could also lead to why we didn't have as much and needed to order a second one.
And I don't even think we really knew that until we ordered the second batch and then saw like, oh wow, we really did that first one wrong. We were wondering why these bats were so skinny. There are many methods you can use to install the wool. The easiest method for us was just to use the spray glue adhesive. You just spray one side of the wool, spray the sidewall of the van, and then let it dry for like 15 seconds. Give it a good pat, and then you're good to go. We did try the string method and some like painter's tape to hold it up, which would probably be more eco-friendly than the spray glue because that stuff's crazy fumes. But it worked easier for us, and we were really just concerned with it like falling down inside of the walls as we were driving down the road.
And the final thing we're going to discuss is it makes your van smell like a barnyard animal until you cover it up with something else like shiplap paneling, whatever you decide to use. It's has a very sheep-like smell for quite some time.
The total cost of both orders of insulation and the adhesive came in at $729.15.
I have no doubt that you could do it for cheaper. Go on their website, look up your vehicle, take better measurements if you're putting it in something else, let it expand. Don't screw up like we did. Hopefully you gained some value from this video. Thanks so much for joining us. Smash that like if that's what you're into. If not,
smash it anyways.
yeah. See you guys in the next one.